Now on 7, President Joe Biden is calling for all hands on deck as winter weather impacts vaccine delivery. So right now I'm outside the Greenville County Courthouse where later this morning we'll learn the bond amount set for Jerry Robinson. We have confirmed in the last half hour that a man was shot and killed here early this morning. Details are still slim on this crash along Highway 81 this morning. It's a pretty difficult sight to see. I'm going to step out of the way and I'm going to show you and I'm going to talk you through what we've seen so far this morning. And a judge denied bond for a man who is accused of killing a school teacher during a chase in Spartanburg County. Well, Amy, investigators here with the Greenwood County Sheriff's Office are waiting on extradition paperwork to be finalized down in Jacksonville, Florida. From there, they're going to go down and they're going to interview Jeffrey Powell, and then they're going to bring him back here to Greenwood. Temperatures will reach the 90s with heat indices in the triple digits. But take a look at the back window of this car. Officials are now warning the indoor temperatures inside cars can get dangerously hot. So take a look at where I am right now. I'm in a low-lying area by water. Well, when all that rain collects, it's going to flow downhill, and areas like this one are prone to see an increased risk for flooding and flash flooding. Okay, but what about pineapple? Pineapple goes on pizza, yes or no? Let's debate.
No.
You're wrong.
No.
We're seeing some showers passing through, of course. I'm going to flip the camera around and give you all watching TV a little look at what we're seeing out on the roads right now. Dennis Fowler says so far there have been 6 fatalities in Cherokee County since the chute was implemented as part of the I-85 widening project. You can see the tire marks through the grass along the side of the road, leading up to where the skid marks appear on the road, followed by those orange spray paint markers leading up to the coroner's office vehicle and the broken tree up ahead. 5 victims and 1 suspected gunman are dead. Another man is in the hospital following that deadly mass shooting at a Rock Hill home on Wednesday. Chaser the Border Collie had a vocabulary larger than any other non-human animal in history, and now a statue dedicated to her and her trainer lives right here in downtown Spartanburg. Health leaders recommend keeping at least 6 feet of space between you and the person next to you. And if you have to cough, cough into your elbow. And make sure you wash your hands with warm soapy water for at least 20 seconds or use hand sanitizer. 2 military veterans and their friends came together on Saturday to host a school supply giveaway event for kids in the Fair Forest community. Well, Ben, to give you an idea of just how bad the destruction is, I'm coming to you live from the other side of the apartment building. There used to be a brick wall, a home right in front of us and between you and me right now. And as the camera zooms out, you'll get a better idea of just how severe that damage was. Well, Ben, traffic is flowing again. And if I can get my photographer, Jason, to pan over, you can see that they have been able to reopen one lane of 85 business northbound, but take a look at that Camry on the back of the tow truck. That's one of 5 vehicles involved in this accident. Now, this is just south of exit 3. That's New Cut Road. That's actually the detour for the 85 business closures. Now, Jason, can I get you to pan back over to your left? I'm going to show you guys a little bit more of what we're seeing here on scene. So take a look at this box truck right here. That's another vehicle involved in the crash. And then behind it, you can see a white sedan. Well, there are 2 cars actually back there. There's another car crunched up against the back of that sedan. And then there's also that white Toyota Tacoma that came through the fence along the side of the road. Now, I have been told by firefighters here on scene that there were 4 or 5 people taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries, so no fatalities in this big accident along Interstate 85 business northbound, but there were several injuries. Of course, Westview Fair Forest Fire Department is on scene helping clean things up. They have, like I said, reopened 1 lane of northbound traffic, and those cars are off going to the detour at exit 3. And then Highway Patrol is on scene as well, investigating exactly what happened and what caused this crash to occur. Now, when I was talking with Highway Patrol earlier, before any of this happened today, they did say that people might be having some trouble adjusting to the new traffic pattern with the closure of a portion of 85 business. And I can't say if this is related to that, but you know, this is a crash right near the detour exit. So over the next several minutes, as soon as I get off air with you all, I'm actually going to go and try to collect more information on this crash and try to bring you the latest details. We'll have it on air and online at WSPA.com. For now, live in Spartanburg, Henry Coburn, 7 News. The law takes effect Sunday, 90 days after it was signed by Governor Henry McMaster. It increases accessibility to get a concealed carry permit by eliminating the mandatory $50 fee. Concealed weapon permit holders will be allowed to open carry their weapons in most places. It's a step celebrated by the governor.
This is a good day for South Carolina. It is a happy day for law-abiding citizens, and I hope that we can continue to be an example, a good example, a strong example for the rest of the country.
South Carolina will now join 45 other states which have measures allowing for open carry in certain circumstances.
South Carolina will get out of the group of Florida, New York, Illinois, and California who don't have any form of open carry of a handgun.
The new law expands carrying rights to religious organizations who hold service on school property. However, there are exceptions to the new rule law enforcement wants you to be aware of.
People need to know this is open carry with training. There are still some exclusions to this. Schools, courthouses, those kind of things. Need to be mindful of that to keep yourself certainly out of trouble with law enforcement when it comes to those places that are prohibited.
South Carolina also now becomes a Second Amendment sanctuary state.
Anytime that the federal government tries to enact anti-Second Amendment measures, no state resources will be used to enforce that.
Now again, this law officially takes effect on Sunday. You can go ahead and read the full thing for yourself over on our website, WSPA.com. In Greenville, Henry Coburn, 7 News. Now you can think of light mapping sort of like a movie theater. There will be a big projector throwing images onto a screen, but instead of a silver screen, the images will be projected onto the historic Lawrence County Courthouse right here in downtown. This is a rendering of what the light show will look like. It will debut in coordination with a fireworks show for Lawrence Lights the Night on July 3rd. The city has been posting clues about it online since April.
There's been speculation about everything from new industry to a steakhouse to variations on 4th of July shows. It's been sort of fun to see what people are speculating about.
The city's Independence Day celebration will also feature food and live music, but it's believed the light show will be the big draw.
That's something to talk about there, yeah.
This technology is the first of its kind in the upstate. Lawrence leaders think this puts their celebration on par with much bigger cities like Charlotte.
I think Lawrence is a great community, and our downtown is a beautiful asset, and where we can show off our community and add to the culture of the upstate as a whole, I think that's a brilliant opportunity for us.
The purchase of the technology was made possible by leftover money from COVID-19 cancellations in 2020. And now that the city owns the equipment, leaders are planning to use it for future celebrations.
It seemed like a good opportunity to make an investment in some one-time infrastructure that isn't just good for the 3rd of July. It can be used for all sorts of events throughout the year.